Olá, este é o 8º Diário de Nijmegen. Ao fim de 2 meses, nenhum dos episódios anteriores pareceu o mesmo com o documentário. Mas as coisas estão prestes a mudar, porque este vai ser o episódio mais parecido com o documentário. Primeiro, vamos começar por estreitar as coisas. Isso... Ei, foi demais. Atrás. Isso... Tá bom. E agora, correção de cor. E genérico. Tell me, what does someone has to do to be Dutch?
Someone has to be born here, I guess.
Just be Dutch.
What else is really Dutch? That was my phone. Having a social life is also very Dutch.
I can't say everything. Like also not political. Yeah, correct. This is gonna be on YouTube, right? So, yeah.
And if you go way up in the north, then it's... Well, people say that's more of the farming area. More cows than people idea. Then again, about the south, they say almost the same. You have the cities where they all we're from the cities, we're from the cities. We're rich, we're better than you, we're better than everyone else.
Eating cheese is pretty Dutch.
Bem, já sabemos que os holandeses são muito diferentes de região para região. Mas quais são as características que fazem deles holandeses? Por exemplo, o que é que um habitante dos Países Baixos celebra?
The 30th of April, it's Queen's Day and everybody is dressing up in orange to celebrate our Queen and our soon-to-be king. We're getting a new king, which is yay! Yes, in Queen's Day we can just hang around the park. That's the only thing you remember from Queen's Day, the fact that we can drink. Policeman told you can drink outside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. But Queen's Day is like about the monarchy and all that, and I guess that's pretty Dutch.
Outra característica do povo holandês é também comum aos povos do norte da Europa em geral: pontualidade.
People really value it to be on time, although not everybody. And it's kind of silly sometimes. It goes a little bit to the control freak side, side sometimes.
We also have dinner pretty early.
Around 5 or 6 o'clock.
It's pretty early for European countries.
So if you live with other nationalities, they don't understand that, and you never eat together, and it's really boring.
But we like it, and we are like cozy together in the living room. Everybody eating together at 6 o'clock.
Bem, aparentemente a conversa desvia sempre para o tema da alimentação. Mas afinal, de que é que um holandês se alimenta?
You should eat lots of cheese.
And all this really bad stuff.
Hagelslag, which is like chocolate sprinkles on bread. And pancakes, big pancakes, not the small ones the Americans eat, but the big ones. And we fill them with like cheese and vegetables and all kinds of things. And we just eat them as dinner instead of as breakfast.
Frikandel and patat.
People say there are a couple of typical Dutch dishes, but most of those dishes have potatoes in them, and potatoes are from South America.
We have raw herring, and you just eat it like this. And most people would think that's sick, but it's really good. With raw onions.
Some people only want to eat the stews that they have. The typical Dutch stew, Dutch kitchen is just an amalgam of everything that came during the over time. Colonization and discoveries and everything that's made, the Dutch kitchen is just from everywhere.
Portanto, a cozinha holandesa é fantástica, uma vez no seu sentido lato engloba uma quantidade de pratos de todo o mundo, e onde se perde em saúde e em azeite, ganha-se em variedade e óleo de girassol. A pergunta que eu fiz a seguir aos meus entrevistados foi: o que é que eu devo ver se quiser ser holandês?
Like really boring TV that everybody watches. But apparently we also have really good TV sometimes. You're talking about TV, right?
You should watch football, I guess. Soccer.
We have really interesting documentaries. They're really critical about things that are happening these days. Not this random bullshit TV you see every day. It's about nothing. It's quite nice. Quite proud of that.
Daily commentary show on TV that's called De Wereld Draait Door. The world keeps turning, and it's like this show where scientists and all kinds of weird people come and tell their weird stories, and everybody's really open about sex and drugs, and that's really cool because you can just swear on Dutch TV and no one really cares.
I personally like science fiction and animation series. Dutch people watch GTST, Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden, Good Times, Bad Times, and it's a very, in my opinion, a very, very, very bad soap series. But people like it. And then there's of course the humorous things that are a little bit based on whose line is it anyway.
You can just make pretty much any program you want to. You can just use drugs on TV and people are fine with that. As long as you don't break any dramatic laws or something.
No fim de contas já sabemos o que é que devemos celebrar, já sabemos o que é que devemos comer, já sabemos o que é que devemos ver, mas o que é que será que devemos ouvir?
In my opinion, there are a couple of good Dutch bands. Some of them play English, some of them have stopped, unfortunately. Most of them are just Dutch, so people who don't know Dutch would not understand it.
You should hear Spinvis, which is my favorite Dutch musician. Also Akda and the Munnik, who are really cool. They're like a Dutch duo who sing really cool songs, really quiet songs, but they make this fantastic lyrics. I did not know the Dutch language was so complex until I heard them making songs in Dutch. So that's really cool.
Of course you have, in my opinion, the Schlager. I like you, you like me, let's like each other, and very, very bad. And if you hear it, most people think, ow, my ears.
Well, we had this really funny thing in the 80s. This Dutch music, native pop.
And then you have the groups that are fully into those people and have a room completely dedicated to the singer, and they actually have cardboard cutouts of the singer in life size and twice life size, full room covered in pictures of the singer, and they like that music.
Quando entrei nesta viagem para entrevistar habitantes dos Países Baixos, não imaginei que a viagem verdadeira seria a que eu ia fazer dentro de mim próprio. As palavras da Myrthe soavam na minha cabeça.
You should be open-minded, I guess.
As palavras do Rick sobre os holandeses soavam na minha cabeça.
Be a cold, superficial bastard.
Ah, não! Má ideia! As palavras do Twan soavam na minha cabeça.
Be yourself and be open for other ideas.
E no fundo, desde o início, o que eu queria era que as pessoas clicassem na anotação à minha esquerda para subscrever o meu canal, ou na anotação à direita para verem a série desde o início, e que deixassem um comentário a dizer aquilo que querem saber mais sobre os holandeses.